Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeremy and today I'm going to be sculpting my face using self-tanner, which is also known as tantouring. This is great for those of you who want to wear minimal makeup in the summertime, but still have that defined, chiseled look. And I'm just going to jump right into it.
As with any other tutorial, just use this as a guide and take from it what you will. All of these steps might not be necessary for you. You may not need to use an exfoliator and a peel and a deep cleansing wash. But for me personally, I just like to have a really smooth base to apply this product to. I want to make sure that it blends out well, sticks really well, and lasts for as long as possible. The MAC 109 is really good for applying product in areas like my forehead and cheekbone where I want it to be a little bit darker and denser color. And then the Morphe M439 brush, which is a really densely packed, soft, fluffy foundation brush, is good for buffing out those areas to make a nice smooth transition. This small angled brush is good for smaller detail work like the nose contour and the eyebrows. And then this B81 brush from Morphe is good for blending out that nose contour on the sides. As for the tanner itself, I like this one from Jergens. I think I prefer the actual color of the Saint Tropez tanner because it's definitely more of an olive color. But this one is just really, really dark, and it lasts for just as long as the Saint Tropez tan. It's telling me to not apply to my face, but I'm going to anyway. I don't have sensitive skin, and I've done this a bunch of times, so I'm totally fine with it. So now I'm going in with that MAC brush, and I'm creating the really darker areas that I want, starting there in the corners of my forehead and really pushing it into my hairline to kind of slim down that forehead and that possible area of a receding hairline right there that we won't talk about right now. But yeah, this is just the first layer of product, so I'm not worried about blending out those edges just yet. I really want to just get a lot of that color on there, on the areas where I want it to be the darkest. And you're going to see later on that I'm going to go back when I blend it out, and I'm actually going to take that brush and pack more color onto those areas to really get it nice and deep and nice and dark. Now I'm going in and creating some cheekbones there. And again, just like I did with the forehead, I'm going in and really pushing that up into the hairline itself. I'm still, just like with my forehead area, I'm not blending that out just yet because I'm worried more at this point about just getting more concentrated color there and getting those areas as dark as I possibly can. Not only am I going in to do the cheekbone contour there, but for my face, I like to kind of slim down that jawline area right there too, because I have a really wide face. So if I just do the cheekbones, it's actually going to make my whole bottom part of my face look even wider, if that makes any sense. So just to slim that area down too. Then I'm going in and putting that color there right underneath my jawline and blending that down in a little bit too. Again, this is going to be a harsh line. I'm going to worry about blending that out later. But for right now, I'm just getting that color packed on there. So my nose is pretty straight up and down on that side and then hooks in on the other from a broken nose from years ago. So I'm going to create some symmetry on my nose there. I think that in most cases, a nose contour is completely unnecessary. But if you have a crooked nose situation, or if you have like a large nose that you're trying to slim down, then by all means go for it. But most of you watching this is going to be a completely unnecessary step for you. Now, what you're going to notice later on in the video is that I go really, really dark on my nose contour. But for myself personally, I wear a lot of makeup on an everyday basis, and I want that to be able to show through my foundation. Because if not, then I did all this for nothing. I do blend out that outer edge of my nose, but on the inside of that contour, I leave those lines pretty harsh. In pictures and later on in this video, when you see the finished result without any makeup, those lines do look kind of harsh and they do look kind of fake and drawn on. But in real life, with makeup, with foundation, and just, in your everyday kind of like movements and looking at yourself in the mirror, it looks a lot more natural than it looks just kind of straight on or in a picture, or again, without any makeup on it at all. I definitely go in and sketch out some eyebrows for myself, since I'm literally working with zero eyebrow hair. I have to create everything completely from scratch. And so this just gives me a nice kind of guide or a base to go back in and pencil on my eyebrows later on when I do my makeup. And it's nice to just already have that guide built in. And I do connect my eyebrows down onto the nose contour there at the top, just to, again, further create some structure and some symmetry on my face where I'm otherwise just a little asymmetrical and crooked. And just, keep blending and keep making sure that those sides are as even as they can possibly be. And at this point, everything is still going to be pretty drawn on looking and harsh. This right here is about 4 hours later. I had all that product sitting on there cooking. Now I've gone back in with that same MAC 109 brush, and I'm giving a second layer to those darker areas. And then with that Morphe foundation brush, I'm now taking it with zero product on it and really just kind of blending and smoothing out all of those edges so we can start to get a nice smooth transition, so everything can start to look a little bit more natural and a little bit more like an actual shadow. And at this point, you're really just kind of blending until your arms fall off. Again, I really want that nose contour to be kind of harsh, but when it comes to areas like the forehead and the cheekbone, the jawline blending down into the neck, I want that to be as soft and as smooth as a transition as possible. And I really like that Morphe foundation brush for that. It really helped to blend all that out and create a really seamless finish and a really blended, blurred out edge there. And another great thing about this, and what you're going to notice later on when you see me with makeup on, is that there's so little makeup on my face. This really did help to cut down on my makeup application time. I use 1 pump of MAC Studio Fix Fluid. I set it with a little bit of powder, some blush, and a highlight, and that was it. It took like 10 minutes maybe. I'm blending that contour on the side of my nose, just under where you would normally put your concealer under your eye. And what I like about this is it instantly brightens that under eye area by giving it just a little bit of a shadow underneath. And this is the final result. This is without any makeup on at all. And this is with a full face of makeup. Again, very minimal actual face makeup. And this is what I actually wiped off at the very end of the day. Really, it was next to nothing.
So let me know what you think. Leave a comment below and let me know if you tried this out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.